Calories and macros. These are the basics that you need to know before you start tracking. What is a calorie? Technically, it's called a kilocalorie. We're going to keep this simple though. A calorie is a unit of measure. It measures the energy we get from eating food. You will also have seen kilojoules noted on your food packets. Kilojoules are another way of measuring the same thing. Like kilograms and pounds, there are 4.184 kilojoules in a calorie, so roughly 4. Okay, let's talk macros. Macros is short for macronutrients. We have macro or big nutrients, which are carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. These are nutrients which we eat in macro or big quantities. On the flip side, we have micros or micronutrients. These are nutrients which we eat in micro or small quantities. They are our vitamins and minerals, calcium, potassium, iron, etc. Carbs, proteins, and fats all contain similar chemical structures within their groups. This is why they are grouped together. This also leads to different energy being available from them. Carbohydrates and protein have roughly 4 calories per gram, not per gram of food. Fats have roughly 9 calories per gram. I say roughly because it isn't that clean and simple. Nature rarely is. This is the accepted rounding. Now, each macronutrient is going to provide you with something different, which will support different functions in the body. Carbohydrates are our most preferred energy source. And I'm not talking about you liking bread. Our bodies are extremely efficient at turning carbohydrates into energy. As humans, in times of scarcity, carbohydrates are a massively important tool for us to gain energy and function well. It is only since we've been living in a time of plenty that this natural advantage has been seen as a disadvantage. People fearing sugars because it gives them easily accessible energy. We can discuss this another time, but basically our bodies are well designed to consume and use carbs. That is a fact. Protein, a macronutrient that has become very hyped, and I'm not mad about it. Protein contains the building blocks we need to repair and build muscles, skin, bones, tissue, and much more. People who want to build muscle or are recovering from an injury generally want to increase their protein intake. People who just want to feel happy, healthy, and avoid injury should also be considering their protein intake. Now that we are living longer and longer, we see the older generations being mindful of their intake so their bodies are stronger and resilient for longer. We won't go into amino acids in this video, but I will say that proteins are made up of many different amino acids. Fats. Fats got a bad rap for a while. Maybe they still do, but I think there's been a shift. Fats are incredibly important for the human body. Let's clarify that we're talking about dietary fats. Dietary fats are the fats that we eat. Body fat is a part of your body. The uses for fats within the body are diverse. Aside from providing a dense energy source, they help us absorb certain vitamins, help in the production and regulation of hormones, support our cells, our brain, and much more. There are a few types of fats. Unsaturated fats are the healthiest fats. Think nuts, olive oil, avocado, seeds, and fatty fish. In this category, we have omega-3s and 6s. I think you might have heard of these. I may go into these in another video, but I will say that I am always mindful to include omega-3 sources in meal plans. Saturated fats. These include fat from red meat, butter, cheese, and coconut oil. We don't want to overdo foods in this category as they can raise LDL. Dairy has other unique benefits that are really important to include though. Trans fats. These are labeled the bad fats. They occur naturally in a few food sources, but are largely produced artificially and are often found in fast food and ultra-processed foods. They can raise LDL, lower HDL, cause inflammation, and more. You may eat these foods on occasion, but I wouldn't be recommending them consistently. That was the simplified explanation of calories and macros. Now, you've probably heard people say that they're tracking calories or tracking macros. What does that mean? Tracking calories means tracking energy intake regardless of the source. Tracking macros means tracking the specific amount of each macronutrient they are consuming daily. Since macros also have energy, people who track macros are also tracking calories. What do I recommend? It depends on the person. Honestly, sometimes we're not tracking at all and we're using other methods or focusing on other goals. The thing about calorie tracking and macro tracking is that it is a way of ensuring a certain energy intake. Once you have control of intake, it's easier to modify the intake for weight gain or weight loss. I hope that cleared up some of the terms for you and gave you a good understanding to build from. Watch this space for my next video on how to guarantee weight maintenance, weight loss, or weight gain. If you found this video useful, please like, subscribe, and let me know that you did. Follow on Instagram for more info. I would love to hear from you.